I've been in Turkey for around 3 years. It is, and I worked actually in the humanitarian sector since 2013, starting from Aleppo city inside Syria, and continued here in Turkey, Gaziantep. I studied English literature. I was there in 2012 when the FSA broke into the city. I was there when the shelling started at the first part of the city. I was there when it was kind of light bombardment in comparison to what happened lately. It was very light. Then I was there even with the entrance of international organizations, international agencies, with the settings up of different entities inside the city and how we started to structure ourselves in order to support the civil work, in order to support the humanitarian work, in order to support the people who are living in the city, to give them the sense that, okay, look, you lost maybe the government, or the city is no more controlled by this government, but we are able to replace it, don't worry. I mean, this government was not doing that great things for you, and we are able to do better things than this. You had every nice moment there in the 5 last years, and now it is lost. Now you have maybe no hope of going back again to it, as long as it is controlled by the regime again. You have no hope of seeing what you used to see actually in the city when you visited or when you lived in it. In their point of view, if I'm working in a humanitarian organization and I'm helping the people who are inside, I'm helping terrorists, and then I am a terrorist one. So that's why, I mean, they simply justify it like this. They justified killing thousands of people. So it wouldn't be kind of difficult to justify killing us.
This is the medicine. This is the medicine. This is truck coming from the World Food Program to the Syrian Christians, where the Russian and the regime started this truck, killing a lot of 10 men. More than 20 vehicles, 20 trucks full of food and flour and medicine and pampers and blankets. Today is the 19th September of 2016. At the evening, exactly the evening, 7:30 o'clock, the regime helicopter targeted this place with 4 barrels. This is the car of the responsible of this point. You see, this is money of the Syrian Christian Syrian Christian staff.
Since 2015, Aleppo city was on the, let's say, under the risk of being besieged. This was very well known. Different people who worked for different sites, and they were mainly from Aleppo, called different times that, please, we need other emergency plans, because we know that our city maybe will be besieged. But we don't want it to be besieged. We need you to help us to do plan B. But the point is that these kind of calls were not being replied by the donors, were not being replied by the other sides who were hearing us, who were taking into consideration our points of view and our plans, but they don't have the ability actually to support it. And this was all the time the things that they said. They said it before. We don't have the ability to support you to do this, for example. I am not the type of people who are passive all the time, who will think, for example, okay, so we lost the hope, let's now think about, or we are not able to go back again, and etc. There is still hope. The revolution was not only Aleppo. The revolution was whole of Syria. We lost Homs, and after we lost Homs, we can think what people of Homs did. Good part of them went into Idlib, Aleppo, northern part of Syria. And part of them went into Europe, and part of them came to Turkey. But for us, for example, with this situation now, specifically that there is no, let's say, access to go to Europe now. There is no a lot of spaces to come to Turkey because with this closure of the borders. We have inside Syria, we have different Syrias. We have the Syria that is under the control of ISIS. We have Syria that is under the control of Kurds. We have Syria that is under the control of regime. And to all of these Syrias, we don't have any kind of access. For us, we are not able to go to Syria that is under the control of the regime. We can't go to Syria that is under control of ISIS, or even the one under the control of Kurds. So what is left to these people actually? Very small spaces, very limited spaces for all these people. How they can survive with it? I mean, it is Idlib, it is northern countryside of Hama, it is western countryside of Aleppo, and northern countryside of Aleppo. Or, I mean, for us as people who are living in the north, I don't know how we can go to the south, to Daraa, maybe. But I don't think even this will happen with us, in the case of us, because Syria now is kind of divided into two halves. But Europe closed the borders in our faces now. Look at people who are in Greece. They are stuck in the camps of Greece. They can't go to any countries. They are just waiting now their own turns in order to be given, let's say, the countries where they are going to go or where they are going to live. But they are almost spending 1 year in the camps of Greece. Yeah, maybe the only space is Turkey, and it is not easy to come to Turkey. But for us, Europe, now it is very, very, very far a dream. Where? To Canada? To Australia? I don't know, maybe we will need another planet, you know? Yeah, this is one of the suggestions. We need another planet to go, and this planet shall be empty. Yeah, believe me. Because it seems that we are too much as Syrian, but we are not. You know, I mean, like Syrians people, we are around 13 million people who are out, but 13 million, if you divide them on these countries outside, we are not going to be that big numbers. But the problem is that no country is containing us. My home. Yeah, I miss my home actually a lot. My home is a small home. Actually, I mean, it is not that big one, but it is kind of small home. I like the place, and I liked it more after 2011. Maybe I didn't feel the value of my home, but after 2011, I felt what does it mean to have a home in this city, and in this area, and among these people. I want to go out and be someone stronger, get a passport, and then in reality be the voice of these voiceless people. They are not able to talk, they are not able to say, even within the revolution itself. I supported a lot, but I reached to a degree that I need to support myself before in order to support these people. If I'm not strong, I'm not going to be able to support these people. That's why I'm seeking now immigration, mainly. I'm seeking immigration in order to empower myself and then be better. People who joined the revolution from the beginning and they continued, they don't regret. Because when they continued, they knew this is the situation, and they witnessed the shelling, they witnessed the hardships, they witnessed, let's say, that there is no electricity, there is no water, you have to live in very, very severe circumstances. So they wouldn't regret it.